evening, everybody, and welcome to Kirk TV. This is Kirk TV Live. Tonight's show number 45, is about claiming your spiritual power. Hear the spiritual music in the background? Kirk TV. Okay. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. We talk about metaphysics. We talk about quantum mechanics. We talk about Jesus being a spiritual master. We talk about earth religion. We talk about the end of the world. We have a lot of visual aids here, okay? Because I like to hold things up in front of the camera. And we talk about UFOs and aliens. And don't call me and give me spam, because I'll give you the spamicator. Let's take a caller. How's my sound check? I am recording. I have the timer. I got the special music on. Let's turn it down. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kirk TV. Okay. Kirk TV is on every Wednesday. Channel 57 at 10 p.m. Do you know where your soul is? Surround yourself with angels. We're going to talk about metaphysics. We're going to talk about different spiritual realities. We always talk about that life is a dream, reality is a dream, and maybe if you become spiritually evolved and spiritually clean and clean your aura and your body and your chakras, how's my sound check? That you can become a spiritual master, and that's what we're all doing. I do not have the spiritual answers. I have some Shakti. I'm 21 years clean, sober, meditating for 10 years, and I've tried to clean my aura and have some kind of channeling wisdom, but I don't have your answer and nobody has your answer. And tonight's show is claim your spiritual power. And that's what I'm going to try and help you to do. Okay, I'm going to try and help you to claim your spiritual power any way you can. If you can do it through organized religion, good for you. If you're a witch, a shaman, a Wicca, and you claim your earth power, things like that. And by the way, if there's any Wiccas or witches, can you call me and tell me what's the difference between a Wicca and a witch? Because as far as I know, Wicca is kind of like an overall earth religion with reverence for the earth. Okay, now why are we polluting the earth? And maybe the Wiccans are trying to like remind us to, is the top of my head getting cut off? Trying to remind us to what? To have reverence for the earth, okay? So I think Wicca is an earth religion. Okay, I was going to have, it's August, 3 minutes, caller. Hey, what happened to my phone, man? Shit, I don't know where the phone went. Somebody, hang on a second. Somebody put the phone, why did they do that? Somebody put the phone, oh. Okay, line ringing. Everything's rearranged at Kirk TV in the production studio. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, in America, we have kind of like, they say there's no separation of church and state, but you have to admit, let's just take a call. How's my sound check, man?
Hello, this is Kirk TV.
Yeah, this is my favorite caller, but listen, I want to tell you something,
Your
bro.
sound check is all right.
You watch my movie last week, you call every week, you watch Kirk TV every week, but I just want to tell you something.
Yes.
You said my movie was the worst movie ever made, and you know what? It just couldn't be the worst movie ever made.
I didn't say that. I said it was terrible, but there are worse movies.
You said, listen, I watched the tape. You said it's a worst movie, and you know what? I'm not that powerful to make the worst movie ever made.
But I do think you should make a sequel to The Church of James Dean. That was pretty good.
Okay, wait a minute, because in 2 weeks, if Ralph Arend is watching, he's kind of like my filmmaker guy partner.
Yeah.
We just shot a movie called Toxic Christian Vampires from Hell
that sounds
Machine
like a
Gun
good
Nun, and we're going to show that in 2 weeks.
All right.
So I want you to watch, and then you'll see 3 movies that the Kirk TV Aaron production company made, and then you'll have a better judge. Then if you say we suck, okay, it's your opinion.
I think your movie was somewhat lacking in the plot area. That was my main problem.
Well, it was only 4 minutes long, man. Come on, tell us about claiming your spiritual power. Are you getting my Shakti?
Yes, I was actually going to talk about the Costa Rican spheres. Are you familiar with those?
No, I'm not. Go ahead, man.
There are these hundreds of giant stone spheres found all over Costa Rica, nobody knows who created them and why they're there.
Kind of like the monoliths at Stonehenge.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, and I have this theory that they were left here by aliens, and if they were all reunited...
Okay,
they will
listen, right
activate,
now,
and
you
they will
call every
actually-
week. In your opinion, just as an average person watching 45 weeks of Kirk TV, do you think there's aliens or not? Look at this magazine. This is a picture of a UFO over all of America. What do you think of that?
Is that the sun?
That's a UFO, man!
Is the magazine the sun? I mean,
Yes, the Sun Times.
Yeah, I
The
don't
favorite
trust,
magazine of Kirk TV.
I don't trust that magazine. It's run by the government. You shouldn't trust that
Okay,
magazine.
listen, have you read this book? Okay?
No, I did not read that book.
Infinite Love is the Only Truth, Everything Else by the paranoid conspiracy guy du jour, David Icke, I-C-K-E.
I don't trust
He says
David Icke
aliens-
either. He's working with the government. He's working with the lizard people. I know.
Listen,
I know.
David Icke says that reptilian aliens
Yes.
are creating an illusion that we all live under, something like the Matrix, and they're evil, and they're sucking all of our life force out of us, and all they want is us to be locked into this third density illusion, and we'll never get out, and we're just stuck in this cycle of reincarnation and reincarnation and reincarnation.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think he's saying that so that when the truth actually comes out, people will think it's lies. When the lies come out,
Well, what
they'll
is-
think it's truth.
What is your truth, man? We
My
gotta
truth?
move on here. It's taken 3 minutes already.
Anyway, the Costa Rican spirits, when they're all reunited, they'll destroy the world. Goodbye.
Okay. Thanks for calling, okay? Now, let me just say one thing. Why is our country specifically America, we are totally... Here's a Time article I found at the barber shop today. You can see I got a haircut. And I took the magazine, Nick, my barber on 44th Street. That's not advertising, right? Had this, the Bible and the Apocalypse, and it's like a whole, we're getting a little reverb here from the phone. I took the magazine, and I'm just reading it. See, the thing about, like, 9/11, it totally, like, whipped all this stuff up again, and it's kind of like, okay, there have been people saying, now you have to remember, who's this guy? Jesus, the spiritual master. Hi, I forgive everybody. Love and forgiveness. Okay, Jesus, when Jesus was born, you know what they said? That means it's the end times. Jesus is born, so it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. Okay? So all throughout history, I'm trying to remind people that all throughout history, there was always a group of people saying, it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. But then after 9/11, and now all these other things happening in the Middle East, they really have, like, you know, the internet, and they can just put all these websites out there and say, what? It's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. But the thing is, okay, Sun Times is guilty of this all the time. I like to read it because it's a really good laugh. So what's the point, Kirk TV? The point is, if it is the end or not the end or whatever, you shouldn't be living in fear, okay? And like David Icke, I last week said I was going to buy this book and I read it. I don't know. It's the basic David Icke riff. Okay, we're caught in an illusion. Life is a dream. And then he kind of glosses into these like reptilian, shape-shifting aliens or like, you know, in control of all the money. I don't know if I buy that part. But he's kind of tapping into a very ancient Hindu belief system where the yogis would say, everything is an illusion, row, row, row your boat, everything is a dream. And all you have to do is break out of this dream, and then they updated that in the Matrix, okay? We're talking about quantum mechanics. We're talking about alternative realities. That's last week's notes. We're talking, and we want you to call and tell us your ideas. Is life just a dream? I mean, at some level, we all break up into molecules and the same subatomic energy. So are we all one energy? Are we all one soul? Holographic universe. Google it, and it's a 2-minute read. I talk about it every show. I think it's something to discuss. Okay. I lost my notes. All right, should I take a call? Okay, this show, it's August, so it's kind of like dog days. There's not that much really going on, and people are kind of zapped now from all the humidity and the heat, and it's just kind of like the dog days, and like all the good production stuff's being